Hi, I'm Scotty Cooper, and you're tuning into Magic Moments. Today's story, I share how I use determination and preparation to ultimately achieve the outcomes I set out to achieve. And if you stay tuned to the very end, I'll share with you how you can make sure opportunities continue to flow into your life. My senior year of high school, I was playing football at Servite High School, and the entire preseason, or like kind of the summertime, I was working in at kind of the starting spot at my position. I worked really hard, and I just put in a ton of work and a ton of study to really do well at this position. And myself and my position coach both believed that I could get the job done, even though I was the lightest guy at that position in our whole league. And the week of our first game, we were going to be playing this team that had won a state championship the year before. And I was preparing to be the guy who was going to start and play. But the week of the game, my coach pulled me aside and told me, he's like, you know what? I've got this other guy that plays another position that I think we're going to have him start. Obviously, I was devastated because I thought, like, I did all the work. I did everything you asked. And it kind of sucks that I'm not going to play. So he told me that, and I thought about it, and I thought about, what does our program teach? The two things that they taught a lot about was attitude and effort. And I always had a good attitude, and I always put forth a lot of effort. So I told my position coach, I told him, look, coach, like, you and I both know I gave the attitude and I gave the effort, and I know that I'm going to succeed. He goes, I agree with you, but this is the head coach's call. And if you want to bring it up, you've got to bring it up with him. He goes, I've done everything I can, and I've talked with him, but I just don't think it's going to work out in your favor. I said, okay, well, I'm going to go talk to him. So I go into his office, and it was really nerve-wracking for me, but I told him, Coach, the two things that you said all year was to have a good attitude and have effort, and I think I gave that to you. And obviously I'm disappointed because I thought I was going to start. But whatever you say goes. Like, I'm going to support the team, but that is a bummer for me, and I would like the opportunity. He said, I appreciate you being mature about this and you coming to me, but I made my decision. So, okay. So I've kind of been dealing with this the whole game, like the whole week up to the game. But at the same time, I still knew in my heart, like, I'm going to get this, and I need to make the most out of my opportunity. So I put in a ton of work preparation-wise by watching a lot of film, and I learned a lot of nuances about the team I was going to play, even though I wasn't going to be the starter at this point. And I found that there was this guy on the other team, like their star player. And basically, if he lined up a little bit differently than normal, he was going to run this trick play that they always score on. And so I knew it because I just watched it so many times on film that I could pick it out whenever. And I knew that this was going to be, if this play came while I was going to make a play. So back to kind of the day of the game, I'm going in the locker room and into the football office, and my coach says, you know what? You told me the attitude and effort, and you were right. And I'm going to give you an opportunity. I'm going to have you start. But I want you to know, I already turned in all the media guide stuff and everything. So your name's not going to be the name on it, but you're going to be the guy on the field for that first series. And you got to prove to me that you belong there. I said, I got it, coach. Like, I'll show you. I'll prove it. So we get to the game. I'm feeling the faith in myself because, like I said in my other video, like I practiced that and I became that. So I knew that I got this. So, of course, the third play of the game, we have all the cameras on us, the student section's filled, the whole stands are filled, and I see the guy line up the way I saw it on film. And I was like, yes, like, this is it, baby. Like, let's go. And he's on the other side, and basically what he was going to do was run a reverse. And so I knew he was going to do it. And the coolest part is my buddy behind me, Butch Pau, he and I talked about this exact situation, and he alerted me to it to check it out, but I already saw it. Like, I knew. And but he had my back, And so what I told him was that if we see this, I'm gonna go off and I'm going to make this play, even though, like, say I'm supposed to slant this way, but if I slant it this way, basically when the guy comes, I'll run right into him and it'll be a tackle for loss. It'll be a huge play. And I told the guy behind me, if we see that, like, pick up where I should have been so that we can basically still be a sound defense, but that we can make this big play together. He said, yeah, I got you, bro. Like, just let me know. So we see the play, the ball snapped, and I'm looking across and I see him coming and I'm like, let's go. So I go and I tackle him for loss, and it's probably like a 5-10 yard loss, the third play of the game. It got our team super juiced. And the coolest part was that picture of that tackle was in the LA Times the next day. And they had my name wrong because I didn't have the thing in the media guide. But it was so incredible because I put in the work. Even though I was told I wasn't going to get the spot, I knew that in my heart that I would get that opportunity. I was determined. I talked to my coach. I told him, like, this is what you said, and I'm willing to be there for the team, but I also think that I should be that guy for you. And it really set the tone for the season for me, and set the tone for the way I prepare for things in my life and looking for those nuances and those details. And that's the thing I kind of take a lot of pride in, is that I look at the little details, like being here at my house, like these cool lights or the countertops. It's like the little details are the things that make the biggest difference. And especially when they're high pressure situations, like, for example, picking out a countertop might not be that big of a pressure situation until you're at the place there with your wife and you're picking it. But that kind of finding those details is what made the huge difference for me. Thank you for watching this magic moment. Stay tuned for the next video where I share how you can take a moment of regret and use it as a boost for a positive change.